Hello and welcome back to Dual Universe. My name is Spanj, and today we've got my little base thing here going on here. I want to show you guys how the little mining tool works because I've managed to figure that out as well. And as a result of that, I've managed to mine some resources, and we're going to go and sell those today, try and make a bit of money. What I want to achieve by the end of today's episode is this creation and setup of my organization. Okay, and I'm going to invite you guys that are in Dual Universe and want to play Dual Universe. If you want to, you can come and join my organization once it's all set up, because I think with this particular game it's going to be a case of the more the merrier. It seems to be the way that tutorials are pushing and so on and so forth. Anyway, so first of all, let's have a look at how the mining tools work and stuff. So this took me a little while to figure out. First of all, you need your scanner. It's number 3 on your hotbar there. And then you get this wonderful little thing that is completely and utterly useless and stupid. Okay. This is to be one of the, I wouldn't say worst, but one of the more difficult things that I've seen to get it to work. Now, you could double tap a direction and you'll start flying around with your jetpack, and it seems sort of infinite that you can do this. And as you move around, you'll start to see a line somewhere on your scanner, and it will move up and or down depending on how far you are away from a particular resource. So you want to get it as close as possible. So our maximum range is about 250 meters. As we head in this direction, the grey line, which is actually a resource I haven't unlocked yet, is getting closer and closer. I have to be careful not to leave our territory. Now we can have a look at our territory just by hitting V, and we're going to get close to the edge, I suspect. Here we've lost the link to our container. I'll show you that later on as well. No, we're getting further away now. Where is this damn grey one? Right, okay, getting closer now. What we want to do is we want to get within sort of 100 meters. Okay, I think it's going to be right on the edge. Yes, it is. It is literally right on the edge of our territory. We want to get within sort of 40 meters ideally of the deposit. Here we go. I think I'm not sure if we're going to be able to mine this because we are right on the edge of our territory, and obviously we can only mine within our claimed territory. And now that that's actually started going back up again, I think we've gone the wrong way. Let's just go out of the thing, because I suspect if we go this way... No? Basically, you see that the idea is you want to try and get as close as possible, or get that line as close as possible to the bottom there. Okay, once you got it down below the dotted line, you should switch to the directional scanner, and you just sort of look around in all directions, and you should see eventually a little bit of interference happen at the bottom of the scanner. At the moment I'm not seeing any at all, and that's probably because I'm not nearly deep enough. What we need to do is go deeper. So from this point on, I think I'm going to create a little tunnel. Seriously? I am just... Oh, am I outside? I'm just outside. There we go. Let's go that way instead then. There we go. Right, so we can dig a little tunnel with our scanner just by holding down the trigger. It takes us down. And we're going to go down a long old way. And the great thing is this thing doesn't seem to have, well, I haven't found it yet, a sort of range. You just press an hold and it'll dig a hole really far down. You don't have to really follow it down. Okay, there you go. There's the range. This is the first time I found it. So now as we go down this tunnel, our scanner automatically pulses, by the way. I'm not pressing a button make it do this, it's just doing it automatically. So let's go a bit further down. If we press L, we get a little bit more information. First we get our flashlight comes up and illuminates the tunnel for us. We also get the angle of which we're looking at, which is 60 degrees. And at the top right we see our depth. So we are now 1 meter above sea level. We've still got a long way to go. But the good news is the line on our scanner is getting lower and lower and lower. So we are actually getting closer to whatever deposit this is. I'm hoping it's kind of popsite, but we will see. We're just about to go underwater as well. We're now underwater, and you might need to just dig out your little cave mine hole a little bit more. Keep going down. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to open up our detector, directional detector. Ah, now there you go, look, see? There's the interference I was talking about on the bottom of the detector. If I look away, it goes away. If I look towards, it kind of makes a buzzy noise, and you get that kind of graphic coming up saying, oh yeah, this is definitely the direction you go. So we're going to dig in that direction. And it might still be a good old sort of 40 meters before we actually find some ore. So keep digging, keep digging. Bingo, or is that the edge of the tile? I think that's the edge of the tile. This is what I was afraid of. What I was afraid of is that our resources are actually in another tile. Oh, we got to share these resources with the tile next to us, or something like that, you know. Fortunately, if I look to the right here, it's still, the interference is still going off, so we might still be alright. But obviously, the closer you get, the more that this interference is going to be subject to turning off, and there you go. So it's no longer lit up. We need to look around a bit more. Is it below us? Is it behind us? Is it above us? No. Do you know where it is? It's the other side of that barrier. No. No. Oh, wait. No, it's good. It's good. I think we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some. We're not gonna get very much, I don't think. We're gonna get a bit of whatever that is. So our directional detector is found, and this is where we switch to our mining tool number 2. Oh, hello, cheeky. And we go sucky, yum. And that is coal. Okay, coal's not bad actually, because that can work into carbon for us. But yeah, we have to be careful as well, because obviously our inventory, we don't want to overfill that and lose resources. But yeah, I've unlocked a number of mining perks and stuff, talents. So that's why the hole that I create when I hold my mining tool down is so enormous. And actually, I think that is that taking resources from the other side of that barrier? I hope not. It's also obviously not claimed territory. But yeah, we can take huge chunks of that out, and we'll sort of fill up our inventory very, very quickly. So that's how the sort of mining tool works. They're a bit fiddly and stuff, but I suppose, you know, it does give you something to work towards when you're sort of digging out materials. Okay, I'm going to mine up until my inventory's full, and then take this back to base. Alright, so I managed to transfer some of that into my storage boxes. As we can see, that my single little small storage box here is kind of filling up. It's only got a little bit of volume left, 4%. I've got a lot of coal in here, lots of sort of, well, I say lots, I mean a bit of carbon, silicon and aluminium and such. And I could sort of construct some of that into components, like the basic components, basic connector, and then maybe build I don't know, what do we need to build another container? This is the issue. I don't know if we can. Container extra small, which is even smaller than the one that's there, would seem basic singularity container. Ooh, nice. I like that. It sounds cool. So the only one we can build is the container extra small, which requires 6 basic components, basic hydraulics, and a basic reinforced frame. The hydraulics, steel, pure iron, pure carbon. Basic pipe, which is silicon. I haven't found any of that yet. Oh, actually, what is silicon? Is pure aluminium, pure silicon. That's fine then. And basic reinforced is more steel. Okay, fine. So we need to make some steel, lots of steel. This silicon stuff. And I think I've got some basic components already in the box. Anyway, so the other option is, of course, that we go and actually sell. And I do need to sell some of this, because I think somebody told me on Discord, in order to create an organization, I need 500,000. So organizations, let's go ahead and see if we can create one now. Create. Yeah, 500,000 is the creation fee. So, woohoo! Now you do get a bit of money every time you log into the game for free. You just get a bit of money back. So that is one way you could get that 500,000, is to just sort of log in, every day and get some bonuses and stuff. The other way is, of course, we can go and use the market and sell some stuff. So I have a bunch of iron and I have a bunch of coal. Now, here's the other question is, can my little hover vessel here take me with that coal and that iron? It seems to take off all right. There's a good thing. We need the market. The market is all the way over there. Alrighty, so marketplace. Let's see if we can sell our hematite here. We'll sell for 47,000. Well, that doesn't seem like very much, does it? 8,239 available at that price. So yeah, I mean, it's selling locally at about 20 per unit. Let's go ahead and sell that. I'm just going to do an instant sell on that one. We're going to sell all. I don't know if this is really the best way to make money. At this rate, it's going to take a while, isn't it, really, at 47,000. There we go. We're up to 158,000 of our 500,000 target to create an organization. Let's have a look at coal. What's that selling for? If we do an instant sell on coal, we've got 1,476, 1,476. That sells at 18,000. So that's perhaps not. God damn it. This isn't good. Oh dear. Well, I think it's safe to say that I'm probably not going to be able to get an organization started today. But hopefully I might be able to start my very first kind of assembly line industry thing. So as you know, I've got obviously the... Oh, where is it? I've got my static core unit, my small static core unit. Obviously the very small static core unit, I've got to be... It is kind of... it's about... It's about 3 more of those big around, because I put it right next to, obviously it's right here, so I put it right next to my little territory thing, so this all appeared to be like one kind of building thing. No, it's kind of rookie mistake, I think. So what I want to do, kind of, I guess sort of over here, a little bit of ways, is put the small static core unit down, and obviously then start building some kind of little assembly line from there. So what I need for that is, we'll go back to this, I need a basic screw, obviously. I'm just waiting for the steel to finish for that, and then I can get that. Basic power systems. Basic connector and FE alloy. I know I've got a basic connector here. As for the alloy, oh, is that enough? It is, so let's add that to the queue. We need a basic mobile panel, which requires another screw, and also psyllium, which we can add to the queue. That's the screw. We should be fine for that in however long it takes for the steel to finish. Time remaining 1 minute 30. There we go. And then, yep, okay, and then finally the basic reinforced, which requires even more steel. We've got 150 litres of that, and that only requires 2. So that should be fine as well. So once that little queue there has finished, we should be able to get a basic assembler. So while that's doing that, let's grab our static core unit and actually place that down, shall we? Because we are going to need this. So let's pop you, and there you go. You can see instantly how much bigger the small static core unit is compared to the extra small we had. I want to try and line up at least to my other base so I can maybe merge them together in a little kind of way. Oh, I don't know. Factoria. Factoria. There we go. Cool. Deployed. Bang. Static core unit deployed. Warning, this static core unit, use it on a planet's surface or something that doesn't move, which we've done. Don't show that again. Don't need that again. Okay. That's fine. I haven't got a huge amount of space in my inventory, but let's see if we can grab... I'm in my build mode. Can I access my container while I'm in build mode? I can. That's pretty cool. How much of that can I have? Fair amount. It might block me me building though. Right, I've got me voxel deployment tool right now. What I want is kind of a platform again, same as before really. Let's have it there. I've held the mouse down. Nice simple platform, nothing too outrageous. Why does that appear like it's coming? Okay, it's just the camera angle, I think, right to the border there. I don't think it's going to let us because of the other build. Bingo. Okay, well, maybe what we could do here is select that like that, delete that chunk there, and then how do we select another shape? E will let us build a different shape. So if we go for a rampy slopey thing, drag that there, and then drag that. Oh, it doesn't like it if we go too far with that. Why? Like that down, yeah. Maybe if we start at the bottom, drag along, and then up, and then out. Oh yes, now we're talking. That's what we wanted. There we go. We've got a little slope going down into our little house. Fantastic. Okay, sorry, that took a little while to figure out there, but you know, we're learning together, or rather I'm learning while you're frustratingly shouting at the screen, going, Spanj, you idiot, you just do this. And unfortunately I can't hear you, but there we go. That's pretty cool. So in the meantime, we have some stuff has finished. We've got our basic power system. That's awesome. And we've got our steel. So if we go back into our thingy, we can make screws. Oh, hang on. Make a yeah, I want two of those, don't I? Add two screws to the queue, please. Why won't add to queue? Okay, I have to click that twice for some reason. Cool. Basic mobile panel required. The sililium, we're just waiting on the screw. Basic power system we've got. Reinforced we can make. Add to queue. Wow. Okay, I think we're going to get there, guys. We're going to have a basic, an extra small assembly line. There it is. There it is. Let's double click that one and then go into build mode. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Basic assembler. Now I have the question about where the hell do I put this? Let's put this sort of over here. I want to I don't want to box it in too much, but there we go. Okay. Basic assembler, ladies and gents. Select the link tool. Okay, so back into build mode. Sorry. Yep. Link tool is number 6. So I link. So point your cursor at the item container and then at the assembly line. Right. So can I link from one build? Invalid construct. Ooh, you swine. Oh no. You cannot link between constructs. Okay. Well, I should have known this. It's no problem because I will just take that up. We'll have our first assembler then, actually on this one, just so we can get started. Corner here, there we go. Okay, take 2, ladies and gentlemen. I have a assembler. Once again, let's have a container to the assembler. There we go, and the assembler to the, that doesn't work. Okay. You can now set, oh, bugger, I just clicked out of that. Yeah, what was the thing? It was telling me how to use it. I've done goofed up. Out of build mode. Let's have a look. Let's see what we activate. No active recipes. Recipes. Consumables. Ammunition. Elements. Containers. Display all items. There we go. All of our items in our container. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, production. No active recipes. Recipes. Piloting elements. Furniture and appliance. Piloting planet element systems. Oh, okay. Let's see. Container. Container hub. No. No. I want a container unit. Not a container hub. I want a container unit. Oh dear. Item containers. So a container hub allows you to link several containers together, access them as if there are only one. That's not what I want. I want the containers themselves. It doesn't appear that I can build them. I can build another assembly line though. But at this point, I'm kind of like, what's the point? Because I want containers, but I don't think we can do that in this one. So can we build? We can build an extra small assembly line. I was assuming that we could build the larger assembly line. So, because this is an extra small, so is that something I have to build in here? Assembly line small, this one. Okay, well it's basically the same thing, just more, so 5 power units instead of just 1. Assembly line S. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to get the idea now. I'm not even sure about this anymore. At the moment, I'm thinking that they make everything really, really difficult and hard to produce so that you spend more time in the game and then ultimately pay more month subscription because of how long it takes to do everything in the game. Yeah. I'm starting to notice a sort of toxic capitalistic theme about this game. Is it a game? Is it even a game at this point? I'm not even sure. I'm still not sure. I'm only a few hours in and I'm like, this is work. Does it get fun? Let me know in the comments. If you're like, 20, 30 hours into the game, maybe even 100 hours, does it get fun? Please let me know. Maybe it's the learning curve. Maybe I'm just not there yet. But, yeah. 3 minutes to make some basic connectors seems a bit excessive. So what I'm going to have to do in order to get around this little bump, because I mean all I've got is this one container, and what it appears, the small assembler, you can only attach it to one. You can't have the same container as the in and the out, basically, was what I'm trying to say. So that's the input at the moment. It doesn't have an output, so I need to build an extra small container. I might build a few of these. Again, we're talking sort of 6 minutes for some pipes. I'm gonna build a few of these in order to create an output. And actually, I think what I might do is use that as the output. I'm not sure what takes up more space. I'm assuming that things like the assembly lines and things will take up more space than perhaps the raw materials I've got. Not quite sure what to do. How big an extra small container is not going to be very big. So hopefully I can use that as the input and then use the big one as the output and then get this thing churning out more containers. And if I can make more containers, then I can make more assemblers. We shall see. It's possible that because this obviously requires the same components. So do I need to pre-make them, or will it make them automatically in order to make the container? That's the other thing I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna figure this out. But I'm interested to get into this industry stuff because you've got run, which just makes infinity, make a set number, or maintain a set number in a presumably in the output box. So this is some pretty cool industry stuff going on here. I think we're going to have to set up production lines. I seem to remember reading that somewhere. And so I think we're going to have an assembler doing basic components, one doing hydraulics, one doing basic frames in order to produce extra small containers. But I'm not going to want very many extra small containers. Just a stopgap until I get small containers. But yeah. The more I sort of dig into the industry and things like that, the more I find how unbelievably buggy this game is. It's got more holes than Swiss cheese. It seriously does. I mean, so I'm trying to make another extra small container because the one extra small container is not enough. But as I'm producing stuff, it's coming up and saying your main storage is full. You need to empty. You can't retrieve the product because my storage is not full. Okay, this storage was not full. Not that has anything to do with it. I'm linked to it now, but I wasn't before. This storage, however, was full, and this isn't even this storage. You gotta wait for it, and then it might switch over if it feels like it. Please stand by. I can't even open that container right now. It's opening the previous container. So basically what I think I'm trying to say is all the containers for whatever reason seem to be inherently linked to each other within the game's code. It can't seem to differentiate between... There you go, it's finally switched to the correct container now. So now it's showing the container that I actually clicked on and not the one that I previously clicked on. But my nano constructor is getting confused, and it was red for a second there, probably because it wasn't sure what bloody container to put it in. So yeah, it doesn't seem to know what container. If any of the containers are full, it fails to produce the product. And not only that, but there seems to be this crazy lag delay, as we just saw, between opening different containers. or even moving things between containers as well. And it's basic, simple things like that, when this game is in beta, that has me seriously concerned. Seriously concerned. There we go. None of that has moved over. I just told it all to move over. Oh, failed to move items. Now it now it goes over. You gotta kind of ask it twice in a lot of things to do what you want it to do. Well, it takes an exceptionally long time to get anywhere from the ground up into the sort of industry. These assemblers are completely useless in the early game, I would say. Completely and totally useless, other than creating their next sort of assembler up. Really, you use the extra small assembler to create the small assembler to create the medium assembler, and the medium assembler is the only useful one other than, you know, to get to the medium. I just don't understand. I mean, I guess these might become useful later on once you... Anyway, from what I understand, I went back to Ophelia and I did the Industry Institute tutorial, and that was also completely useless and explained nothing. So, yeah. I'm not doing very well so far, let's put it that way. Okay, so if we go into Elements, Industry, we can see the other industry items that we can now create now that we have a medium assembly line. Now, the assembly lines, I say, are useless because they cannot create the intermediate products, parts, in order to create the things that they create. At the moment, you have to create them in your nano assembler, the parts. So things like basic component, for example, which is just an intermediate part. So, you know, first of all, you would need to create the aluminium and iron alloy, and then you could create the basic component. Right, okay, so this assembly line is completely incapable of A, making the aluminium alloy, and then B, making the basic component. So therefore, anything that you add to it, so for example, this container hub thing, it cannot create because it's missing advanced casings, advanced quantum alignment units, la 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 la. And you can only make them manually in your suit. At least until you get a medium assembly line. Wait for the game to update, because I clicked F on it. Oh, thank you. There we go. And then you can start actually then building, although, you know, again, you've got to build all the components individually. So we can see, let's start the basic, the refiner. The refiners are used to refine ores into their pure components. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, we could definitely get one of those. We need basic pipes, basic power, basic chemical, and a frame. Well, the only thing we haven't built before is the chemical container, which I'm sure we probably can create. Hopefully we can create. And then that we can start refining our ores into the pure equivalents. Great. Okay, we don't need our nano thingy to do that for us anymore. Wonderful. The next one might be a metalwork industry, which creates the metal parts, like, for example, the basic frame, the chemical container, the pipes, the screws, and stuff like that. So we'd need one for each of those. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Is, you know, industry kind of a bit satisfactory like, but less enjoyable. And then you've got the electronics, of course, which creates any kind of electronic components and chemical, and you get the idea. So, and in each kind of basic power system, I'm not even sure what would that come under. Electrics, I presume. So all these intermediate components require a medium assembler of their own in order to create, and then I assume you sort of link them all into an output container that this then picks up from, and then you can start actually crafting stuff from here more reliably and more industrially. But yeah, even just getting to this point is a massive slog. And with the game in its current state, with the menus just lagging out, things not going where they should do, getting random disconnects and stuff like that, I cannot in good conscience to you, ladies and gentlemen, despite the fact that I have an affiliate link to this game, down in the description below, despite the fact that I have an affiliate link that would get me some bonus cash, bonus commission if you were to click on it and subscribe to the game and stuff. I cannot in good conscience recommend this game at this point. It is almost unplayable. It certainly at this point isn't enjoyable. I would go. Now there's going to be some of you in the comment, and that's absolutely fine, that say, Spanj, you barely scratched the surface. You've not even got to building or flying or anything like that yet. Well, yes, I would say absolutely right, but the journey in order to get to that point is so unbelievably intolerable. I'm not sure if I can really stomach, you know, pressing on even more. You know, with a game like this, first impressions are very important, and also the first kind of challenges and stuff that a player is met with is very important in order to encourage that player to continue. At the moment, Dual Universe very much seems like they've pumped a lot of effort into the end game, sort of creating ships, huge organizations and stuff like that, so that you can have this kind of player generated universe and whatnot. You know, it's very, very big picture kind of goal, which is great to have that kind of end game and sort of big picture design in mind. But if you're not going to make the first few hours experience of the game enjoyable for a player who's just curious to find out what the game is like, I'm not sure. I am not sure. Now, while I can't recommend it to you guys in good conscience at the moment in the current state of things, I will of course persevere, because I do want to see if I can find the fun. You know, some people have said that they have found parts of this game fun, like the building, like the flying around and stuff like that, and I do want to see if I can get to that. But what I have to report to you now is that early game, getting any kind of thing built is just it's backwards, because these assemblers seem to be much more advanced in what they do than what you need them to do, if you know what I mean. And that it's like completely backwards logic. Surely the first thing it should give us is a refiner, and then the next thing it should give us, anyway, it's just, yeah, I'm struggling to find anything really kind of redeemable. The assets are very nice. The assets look great, yeah, don't get me wrong, you know, look at the detail on there, wonderful. Okay, good. But yeah, I'm gonna persevere anyway. I'm not sure when I'm gonna upload the next episode. It depends how quickly or if even I find something that's actually enjoyable. But I will persevere towards creating an organization, and that may be the very turning point this game needs. Doing this sort of stuff solo is probably what's pissing me off so much. By tradition, I'm a solo gamer anyway, as many of you are also. These games that kind of force you to interact and be part of big organizations and stuff like that, generally I generally don't gravitate towards. But let's see if we can find something enjoyable. And on that bitter disappointment, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to end today's episode. I am sorry that I didn't have better news to bring you today, and I'm sorry for being a grumpy bastard, but I must tell the truth, and I must give you my honest opinion. There's no point me going on and going, hey guys, this is an amazing game, you should totally get it. Use my affiliate link below, because 5 minutes in you'll go, what the fuck? This was shite. Why has Spanj said this? Unsubscribe. Do you know what I mean? I do want to say thank you to Nova Quark for obviously sending me a copy of the game so that I could do these episodes. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. if there is a next time with this game. Otherwise, check out all my other content that I do. It's good stuff. Alright. Take care. Bye-bye.